All the spoilers for Spider-Man have officially happened, so let's go over some of my favorite commanders. There's 93 total in the set, so I actually have a lot on this list. Eddie Brock is a Jund commander that, when it enters, you return target creature card with mana value 1 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. You get to transform him into Venom Lethal Protector, which is a 6-mana Jund commander, Menace, Trample, and Haste, and whenever he attacks, you sacrifice another creature. If you do draw X cards, then you may put a permanent card with mana value X or less from your hand onto the battlefield, where X is the sacrifice creature's mana value. It's card draw plus free stuff onto the battlefield. I love it. I like Electro Assaulting Battery a lot as well. It's a mono red commander that allows you to hold on to your red mana because it doesn't leave your pool as steps and phases end. You get red mana for every time you cast an instant or sorcery spell, but the leaves the battlefield trigger is something that's a lot of fun because you could pay X, and when you do, he deals X damage to target player. One in Remorseless is probably my favorite one because it is essentially Bolas' Citadel in the command zone. It's a 5-mana mono black Death Touch lifelinker that when it attacks until end of turn, you may look at the top card of your library at any time and play cards from the top of your library, and if you cast a spell this way, you pay life equal to its mana value rather than pay its mana cost. Hydroman Fluid Felon is a 2-blue elemental villain that whenever you cast a blue spell, if it is a creature, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn, but the best part about it is it protects itself because at the beginning of your end step, you untap it, and until your next turn, it becomes a land. Madam Web Clairvoyant is a 6-mana Mutant Advisor in mono blue. It allows you to look at the top card of your library at any time. As you can tell, I really like looking at the top card of my library. And you can cast spiders and non-creature spells from the top of your library. And whenever you attack, you may mill a card. Norman Osborn is a Grixis commander that starts off for 1 and a blue, can't be blocked, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, he connives. And then for 4 mana, you get to transform him into the Green Goblin that doesn't have green in it at all. It's Grixis. Flying Menace, and spells you cast from your graveyard cost 2 less to cast, and every non-land card in your graveyard has Mayhem, meaning that if you discarded it this turn, you could cast it from your graveyard. Spider-Man 2099 is an Izzet commander for 2 mana that you can't cast during the first 3 turns of this game, but at the beginning of your end step, if you played a land or cast a spell this turn from anywhere other than your hand, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. Red loves casting spells from exile because you exile cards from the top of your library and their form of card advantage. Blue's also really good at opening the top of your library, so you could go and be doing lots of shocks to people. The Spot Living Portal is a 5-mana human scientist villain in Orzhov that when it enters, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent and up to 1 target non-land permanent card from a graveyard, and then when it dies, you put them on the bottom of your library, and if you do, return the exile cards to their owner's hands. What's great in Commander, when it dies, you could just go and put it to the command zone, and you never have to return those cards to their owner's hands.